Hey, what's going on? This is S4 Arcade, and I am Detective Dave, and I'm gonna go tackle the creepiest man in existence, okay? This is, what is it called again? Death Trick Double Blind. There we go. Death Trick Double Blind. Good old Taiwanese micro studios. Okay, starting from the bear. Hello. Then his puppet comes to life. Almost as if by magic, it wakes up, starts looking around curiously, and eagerly begins to whack. The light focuses on the puppet. Meanwhile, its operator stands completely still, blending into the background. If it weren't for his nimble fingers pulling the strings, it'd be difficult to tell which of them was the puppet and which was the puppeteer. The puppet takes a lap around the stage, knocking on props, and even waving to a few audience members. I notice the aloof audience is perked up, watching his every move with excitement. One of the kids even stands up and waves back. Why does it sound like a cartoon? He's supposed to be like Chicagoan. The puppet finishes one circle around the ring, turns around, and crashes right into the puppeteer's legs. Oops, how's he gonna recover? But then, slowly, the puppet looks up and up and up until he and the puppet are staring at each other. The music turns to something slow and ominous. Is this part of the act? The puppet looks at his operator up and down on his own hands, repeats the waving motion from earlier. But this time, instead of looking out at the audience, it's looking at the strings that are tied to his waving hand. It's almost as if he's seeing them for the first time. The music keeps playing, slowly, darkly. The hairs at the back of my neck stand up. The puppet looks up at the cross-shaped contraption that holds all of its strings. Reaches up with one hand and gives a string an experimental pull. His leg raises with the string. It twitches as if the realization is sending an electrical charge through its body. The audience falls silent. A few concerned whispers coming through. The man behind the puppet is still barely giving any response. After pacing around, the puppet seems to have made a decision and squares his shoulders. Using the same hand, it yanks on one of the strings, hard. I can't see from this distance, but I think the puppeteer must have done something in his end because the string was flying off. The puppet's leg, formerly attached to the string, loses apart and hits the floor with a thud that echoes through the vacant tent. The music accompanies it with a well-placed string pluck. Boop. With one leg dragging behind it, the puppet gives one look at the loose string and then, to everyone's quiet horror, grasps another one. Another tug, another leg, two more, an arm and a hand. With one last tug, the puppet collapses to the ground, its head slumped, only one hand, the tugging one, still hanging on the tread. The music fades as the puppeteer quietly places the controller on the ground and whacks off the stage, leaving the lifeless puppet lying in the spotlight. I did not expect that to be an act in a circus. The entire room is deathly silent for minutes, processing what just happened. And then, the child from the front row bursts into tears. Oh God, I actually did it. As his parents race to comfort him, I feel eyes in my back. I turn around, yeah, he whacks off the stage. Wax off. I know, it's a little bit too intense sometimes. Wax off the stage. Yeah, no, that's kind of more New England. Turn around. It's the puppeteer. He pays no mind the crying child of his family. His face is an enigma. Okay, now. Is that guy like basically Snape? Ronald Weasley. Kid looks like Trump. Yeah, but what does the puppet look like? She looks like Ronald Weasley. Ronald Weasley. Snape. Severus Snape. Dumbledore. Like my performance. Eh? Who's talking? His voice is coming from him, but his mouth is not moving at all. Oh yeah, name's Echo, puppeteer, since we are stating the obvious. I finally see he's now holding a different puppet in his hand, a smaller one with red hair. As the puppeteer talks, the puppet's moving his mouth correspondingly. So, your name is Echo, or the puppet's name? I can't do a Trump voice, I wish. He makes the puppet roll its eyes. I look back at the puppeteer's face, which remains blank. It's unsettling, to say the least.
It's a marionette, not a puppet. And of course it's my name. Doesn't have a name, it's just a marionette.
Hello. Okay, Echo, nice to meet you. I am Detective Jones.
Yes, Moses sent word about you.
He did? Oh, well, that's good then, because I want to ask you a few questions, if that's okay with you. Are you free right now?
Depends on the questions you're going to ask.
That's funny.
I'm not joking. I don't have time to entertain meaningless questions. You can ask, but don't waste my time.
Sure. Well, surely why are you such an asshole is not a meaningless question. Yeah, this guy's a fucking prick for sure. He really is a Snape. He's just bitter. Just bitter old Betty. Let's see. Yan said that she was with 18 in their train car the entire afternoon until you came knocking.
And
Is it true?
how would I know what happened before I got there?
So you did find both of them in the room when you knocked?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the knife throwing act that Hattie performs?
Not in particular.
Really?
Why should I be? I don't care if she parades around the stage with knives or axes or tweezers. Has nothing to do with me.
And is it true no one else in the circus can do knife throwing?
Can you?
No.
Then why would you expect us to be able to? Before you ask, no one in the circus can walk on a wire besides Jan. No one can eat fire besides Odin.
I get the point. Thank you. Piece of shit. Let's ask about Hattie. Did you know Hattie well?
We studied under the same master for a few years for the circus. However, I don't consider the length of time people spend with each other a meaningful indicator of their relationship.
But you were the person that has known her the longest here.
To the best of my knowledge.
Am I Dave because I've got the latter. I existed first. I am not my disease. Is liking Bowie gay? No.
We both work here. Doesn't mean we came here together. I started here a year before she did.
Thank you, Vic. What was she doing the years between your apprenticeships and now?
Working in other places. What else? As you can see, she made quite a name for herself in those years. In fact, if her last place hadn't gone bankrupt, I'm sure she wouldn't have settled for Morgan's little circus.
Alright, I get it. You weren't friends.
I don't have friends.
And you like it that way?
That's just the face of the matter. I don't feel any particular way about it.
Wait. You said you apprenticed under the same master, right?
Yes, I just said that. Keep up.
What did your mentor teach exactly? Because you and Hattie don't seem to be in the same discipline.
He was a man of many talents. He taught us both everything we know.
Does that mean Hattie could become a puppeteer if she wanted? And you know the magic tricks too?
Hattie never bothered much with ventriloquism.
He really is a whiny god, man. Yeah, he really is. But he isn't denying that he knows magic. Yeah, okay, yeah, well, that was already established. There is a contradiction? Huh. Okay. What's the contradiction? Holy shit, I'm being an idiot. Okay. No. Let's see. Let's try to get more into it, I guess. If you know all the magic tricks Hattie performs, why didn't you become a magician? He shrugs evasively.
I like what I do.
And what about now? Why can't you take over for Hattie in her unexpected absence?
I haven't practiced in years. Perhaps I'm feeling rusty. Taking over on the start.
He's an answer for everything. And while the explanations seem plausible, something about his readiness feels a little rehearsed. Where were you the night of the murder?
I was walking around.
Walking around? Like taking a stroll? Wasn't it raining outside?
Perhaps I like walking on the rain. Was it a crime?
Fine, go on. Is there anyone else with you?
Let me save you the time. No, I don't have an alibi. I was alone outside, and then I wandered to a damn tent and saw her tied onto the board, already dead.
Were you the first one to find her?
Can't say for sure from the first one. I was the first to tell the others. Maybe someone else saw her and tried to pretend they didn't. How many questions I anticipate you're about to ask me. I'm beginning to think maybe I've done the same.
What happened after you found her?
I checked her pulse and I knew Moses wasn't going to get back in time, so I had to do something.
So you told the other performers what was going on?
I only talked to a few people.
Can you tell me a bit about who you talked to and what they were doing at the time?
Would you also like me to tell you if what for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Just tell me, who did you see after you found Annie?
I saw Alice, Eden, and Chip.
Who's Chip?
A clown.
That's not very nice. Just joking. The circus clown, right? Got it. Why'd you go find Chip?
I didn't. You asked who I saw. I saw her when I was on the way back to the stables to find Alice.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I was in a hurry going down the main road to the desk stables. But I saw him from another train, probably coming back from somewhere.
Like domain expansion? At least I know what that is. I have seen Jujutsu Kaisen. You saw him near the train when you were on the main road? That's quite far. And it was dark too, right? How do you know it was him?
He was wearing this gaudy cowboy hat. I recognize that hat because I see it every damn day in our trailer. Only a few of us live there, and no one else would wear something like that.
So we didn't see Chip exactly, just his hat. Who's Alice?
She's the mechanic. I want her to find her first, so she can put a sign outside to stop anyone from entering the tent.
What was she doing when you found her?
I remember she was taking a nap in the stables.
A nap? At 7 p.m.?
Yes. It was a rival day, and she was up before sunrise, setting up. She really takes a nap after we finish unloading, and the stable bathroom was the only place that had a free bed ready.
Was there anyone else there with her?
I didn't see anyone else, but I wasn't exactly scouting the place. It was dark, and then just in my head, Collie's corpse.
Okay, what do you need?
After I got Alice to close down the tent, I wanted to find Adine in the trailer.
Wait, Adine?
She's the fire performer. She was close with Harry.
What was she doing when you found her?
She was just in a trailer with a young little sister. I knocked on the door and told her what happened.
So Yan was in the room with her.
Yes, this is what I said. This whole prank is gonna be my song. I was already. If it insists on not paying attention and keep making me repeat myself.
Sorry, go on.
I told her Dana what happened. She went inside to talk to Jan. And she said I'm saying hi to her.
Okay, what happened then?
I was closed off the tent. None of us touched anything in there afterward. Dana wanted to tell the others what happened. We waited until Moses was back and decided to call the cops. The rest of you probably already know.
Okay. Alright. Goddamn. Collected alibi. Show a photo. Oh, right. I can show the photo of the crime scene. Can you look at this picture?
The police told that, didn't they? Guess they finally did something right.
Do you have anything to say about watching the picture?
No, that's what I saw when I went in.
Nothing been moved or changed at all?
I'm not an idiot. I know not to disturb this crime scene. I took the pulse. No, don't see anything else. None of those bumbling officers saw any fingerprints anywhere.
And Dean and Alice, they didn't move anything?
No, this photo's exactly how I remember it.
Okay, that's good. At least it's something that worked for him. Every crime scene has its value, even though no fingerprints can be found. Even when it creates more mysteries. Mysteries are good. Mysteries mean clues. When mysteries appear, they point me towards the right questions. When mysteries are solved, they form part of the right answer. So, I find myself standing here, facts and theories about the case flash in my mind. Eddie was killed in the storage room, tied to the knife throwing board with a throwing knife in her heart. Echo was the first one that found her. If he's to be believed, the photo shows the exact state of the crime scene. Neither the room nor the state of Hattie's dress indicate any sign of struggle. How did the killer tie her up without a fight? The way I see it, there are three possible scenarios. Scenario A, she was tied to the board after her murder. Scenario B, she was tied when she's unconscious. It's Scenario C, she allowed herself to be tied up. I need to examine each possibility carefully. Scenario A. Okay. Oh, this is cool. That's like the logic stuff. It's like the Edgeworth logic stuff. Or like the Sherlock Holmes games, I guess. Because there's, it's like a mind map. It's pretty cool. I have played a couple of those ones. I beat one. Devil's Daughter. It was like a 5 out of 10. I like the idea of Sherlock Holmes. I love Sherlock Holmes. But that game is so buggy. Alright. This one seems least likely, given that some of the blood spattered on the board, and the pattern lines up with her position. If she wasn't already tied to the board, she must have been in that position when the stabbing happened. Standing right in front of the board with her arms stretched out horizontally seems like an odd pose to be in. I don't think she could have been killed in some other place or fashion, then tied to the board and stabbed through the chest. I'm not a medical expert, but I've seen enough dead bodies. No, there's way too much bleeding for that to be a post-mortem wound. The gauze got a bit noisy. Nice. That's why all the Nancy. Ew, gross. No thanks. The stab wound had to have occurred when her heart was still beating. Scenario B. She was tied up when she was unconscious, which, given what happened to me, could be some sort of modus operandi for the killer. But Moses said there was no head wound or any other visible injury on Hattie apart from the killing blow. A physical attack seems unlikely. That leaves the possibility that she was drugged. Either the killer had to drug her first and carry her in the storage tent, a risky move, given it was during the day and there was plenty of other workers around, or the killer would have had to do it after they were both inside. Yep, the defense of the detective's up. Yep. Contrary to popular belief, almost nothing works instantaneously. A target would certainly notice a cloth or a syringe and cause us trouble. That's true. The whole thing with wasn't ether. It's oh god, chloroform. It takes a lot longer to knock people out too. I just think. Also, that would. What I was reading, this stuff was really not good for your lungs. Dosing her food or drinks is a possibility, but that usually takes even more time. If that were the case, it would confirm the assumption that the culprit is one of the other key members in the circus. But the hidden key question for the scenario remains: why? Why go through all this trouble just to set this up? Was the killer just trying to make this look like a magic act gone wrong, hoping to be dismissed as an accident? Perhaps it might have worked for the AD, the usual target, but the fact that it's Hattie up is reason alone to be suspicious of foul play. Sargon learned of the cum jar today? You mean Dev's cum jar? It's about time. Or else, is there a symbolic reason for recreating a scene like this? That I can't be sure of yet. How is this going to compare to Ace Attorney? I mean, it's not going to be as good as Ace Attorney. I don't like the point system in it, the ability point thing. That makes it. I know they're trying to build up suspense, but it does throw me off. Lastly, scenario C. She allowed herself to be tied up by someone she trusted. Clearly, this has something to do with the knife throwing act. However, in their usual performance, Hattie was always the thrower, not the target. Oh god, I've heard of. Oh god, the My Little Pony comes. I have heard of him. Because people were saying, what happened? And then he said something like, I gotta go back home and dig it up or something. Gross. What is wrong with these people? Yeah, Tintin exaggerated the absolute power of chloroform. Alright. It's clearly something to do with the knife throwing act and where the new forms of the thrower at the target. Now, if I were Hattie, why would I let someone throw knives at me while tied up? This one is hard. Why would she agree to it? Maybe she was teaching someone else to act, decided to step in and temporarily fill the role of the co-performer? That would certainly explain the mirror as something the performer could have used to assert themselves. The missing piece to this theory. Who was the person Hattie was trying to teach? What reason would they have to kill her? Did they plan this whole thing? What's the motive? They rid of Hattie and replaced her? Could it be this bogus magician Moses that he hired? But he was adamant she wasn't involved in this. Maybe he's got it wrong. Is it possible maybe this whole thing was an accident? That it was simply a practice gone wrong? When a knife thrower aimed for the bird, the knife tragically hit Hattie in the heart? Maybe out of guilt or fear of repercussions, the other person decided to leave and pretend that they were never there. So many possibilities. So little evidence. Wang interviewed that guy? Oh, gross. Hey, Sim. I don't think I have enough information to passably answer these questions yet. The answer might just lie with one of the people who knew Hattie. If only I could find the right person and ask the right questions.
You've been talking to yourself for the past 10 minutes.
Shit! I forgot all about Echo.
Forgot I was here.
No, not at all. Do you have anything more to add?
No.
Okay, alright. Thanks for the answer. looks surprised with my sudden politeness as his face freezes with scorn. He nods uncomfortably.
No need to thank me. How do you put the picture away now? I don't need to look at that. I saw with my own eyes.
That's fair. Put the photo back in my packet. Okay. So. Let's ask him about this too. Should I tell him about it? Yes. I launched the story of getting knocked out. One that gazes to both the pap and the man.
Wait. Oh, this is too precious. I don't even know where to begin.
I think it's the first time I heard this almost gleeful tone from him.
You were detective hired to solve the case led by someone else, and now you yourself are the victim of a case you can't solve.
Yet. Dad, I can't solve it yet. I don't even look. I got hit in the head. That's why I can't do the English too good.
Right. Oh, this is so entertaining. It's almost painful because it's far more interesting than anything else I could have come up with.
Well, I am glad you're enjoying the situation, at least.
Oh yes, it's quite enjoyable. I wonder what Moses will think when he realizes how a news-eyed detective who can't even defend himself from robbers.
I have no idea what Moses will think, actually, and it might not be good. But I can't show any signs of weakness with a killer still on the loose. Are you done? Prefer to be kept private, of course, but tell whoever you want. I'm here to solve a case, not to protect my ego.
Why did you tell me this?
God knows. Maybe I want to cheer you up? It certainly worked. We both stayed quiet for a few moments.
You're here for today. I haven't seen anyone like you around. So take what you will from that.
I think that was a peace offering of some sorts. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, God, my voice. There you guys going to aquatic mammals. Very good. Okay. But I can't go on the big top yet. Oh, I must be able to go. All right. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait. It's gonna keep cornering them. It's quiet around here. Can't tell if anyone's inside. Try the handle. It's not locked. Hello? Anyone inside? There's no reply. I knock again, then open the door. The room inside is nothing like what I thought. An explosion of colors assaults my eyes all at once. Excuse me, jeepers. Aquamarine, leopard print yellow, glittery pink. Whoa. Halfway through the room, a light blue curtain is drawn, obscuring the rest of the train compartment. What could that be inside? A bedroom? I clear my throat. Anyone here? So I'm about to leave, I hear something from behind the curtain. It's an odd noise, like scratching on wood. Is that a cat or something? Psst, psst. I approach the curtain, planning to take a peek and maybe rescue the poor animal if it's trapped. I draw a corner of the curtain open as I hear more wood slide on the table. A big swish and a rain of powder flies towards me. I close my eyes. Whoa, what the fuck? The moment I open my mouth, the powder rushes in. When the dust finally settles and I manage to open my eyes without tears, I finally get a good look at the culprit. A man sits in front of the work table holding wood carving tools. Apparently, when I opened the curtain, he blew the sawdust on my face. The man in question has long hair that almost obscures his face from my angle. He's thin and pale, to the point of appearing sickly. One of his eyes, unobscured by his hair, is looking at me coldly. Hey, why'd you do that? Wordlessly, he puts down the wood carving tools and pulls the curtains open. Now I can finally see all the other half of the train car. It's the complete opposite of the other half. Monochrome, neat, almost sterile. It clearly belongs to this man. As I finish studying the room, I turn back to discover the woodworker now has his back to me. I can still feel the sawdust of breathing scratching around my throat. I thought there was no one inside. Why didn't you say anything when I knocked? He won't say anything. He still has his back to me. His back to working on whatever is creating that sawdust. Will you turn around at least?
Why, if so long says I will respond to a call like a dog in my own room.
What? He finally turns around. He's holding something. A puppet, controlled by strings tied to his hand. Must be what he's busy doing with his back to me.
I don't even know you.
As he speaks, I realize he's not talking to me through his mouth. Only the puppet is moving. So, you're ventriloquist?
And you are?
I'm Jackie, but I'm Hattie for now. It's a long story, but...
Yes, I heard.
Sorry, I don't think I've gotten your name yet.
Echo.
So what are you working on? Can I see?
No.
With his non-puppet hand, he sweeps everything on the side of the table and stands in front of it to block my view. But he isn't fast enough. Boxes. Ooh, puzzle boxes. You make it from scratch? Where does the design come from? The puppet rolls his eyes for acknowledging.
Just something to kill time. Are you here for a reason, or are you just looking to sort sawdust?
Definitely the former. I wanted to ask you about this broken bolt. Hattie. What was your relation with Hattie like? Did you know her very well?
Define well.
Oh, I don't know. Were you friends? He rolls his eyes.
Friends of our children. We were colleagues.
Weren't you apprentices together? You knew each other for years before coming here and studied on the same master magician.
Like I said, colleagues.
So I take it you didn't get along well.
Apart from my dean, I didn't get along well with anyone.
Was there anyone in particular that might have held a grudge against her? He stares at me for a second. Puppet does too, with his unsettling eyes. The fact that the eyebrows, the puppet's eyebrows just keep going up and down. I think it's so creepy.
You're not subtle, you know.
Wow, this guy just knows how to turn away every nice attempt at conversation into criticism. Yep, that's like the lowest level of lefty, hard left commie commentator. There's bread tubers, crumb tubers, and dust tubers. And just as I try to escape the awkward silence, something shifts in his demeanor.
Hattie wasn't the most sociable person, but the majority of us didn't have any reason to dislike her. Most of us besides.
Besides who?
The clown.
The clown? Who's that?
His name is Chip.
Chip? Why would he have any reason to hate Hattie?
Well, jealousy is an ugly thing.
Jealous? What would he be jealous of?
You don't know that before Hattie came to this little circus, we used to bury the ringmaster here. To the top billing and all the posters.
Well, dust tubers would be like, that's like this lowest level, right? Because it's sawdust bread, and like actual breadcrumbs and actual bread. Tubers. Tate tubers. Potato tubers.
There's a bone on all the posters.
Chip?
Of course it was true. I mean, very obvious. Why would you want to war something? It's on school quiz.
I take a deep breath. Decking would be hard to explain to Moses, but if he talks this way all the time, then I definitely understand where the urge to hit him came from. I decided to just ignore him and continue with my questions. So are you saying that Chip was jealous that Hattie took his spotlight?
Not just that. If there's anything in life more than fame, it's money. Everyone who knows the ringmaster is one of the best players around here.
So not only did he lose the spotlight, he took a big pay cut too? I can see how that might be a little frustrating.
That's putting it mildly. The rest of us might be able to live off a regular percentage from salary, but not him. House me afford all this house, or what bothering all the persons in Taiwan wrong?
This is certainly very interesting information to have, but why is he telling me this? I'm gonna find that. Hey, look, there's the hat. On the wooden board hangs a large collection of colorful hats of various materials and sizes. Velvet, silk, felt, and feather. I walk over to take a closer look. The leather cowboy hat in the middle has some peculiar decorations.
Those are real wolf fangs.
Wolf fangs? Seriously?
It's an antique from someone's history collection, a piece of history around where for the gold rush.
He doesn't even tone or hat. Look at me, but I can hear every quotation mark in his tone. His deadpan delivery and the absurdity of the words make it clear he's directly quoting his roommate. Is there a story to every single one of these?
Primary.
How about this blue one right here?
Oh, that's a new one. He just bought in New York 2 weeks ago. It's a dashi, whatever that means. Probably some French.
Oof, that might have cost an arm and a leg.
Nothing French is ever cheap. Some fries.
He did mention something about Chip's expensive hats. Is that why he's telling me about all this? But anyway, he's right. These don't even look like something you can afford in a circus performer's salary. How can Chip even pay for all this? Maybe someone else in the circus would know more about his finances. Probably his boss. Okay. Oh shit, I should have. Dang it. Let's see. Yeah, why does he have blinged out? This wouldn't exist in 1952, something this garish, would it? Ooh. Let's see. Statue of a leopard stalks the entrance with glowing yellow eyes, more eye-catching than the crown slung on his head. Pull-up sofa decorated with about 5 kinds of different prints. The remnants of an ongoing card game on it, as if someone stopped playing halfway through, but plans on picking it back up again later. On top of the sofa are more board game boxes and a new radio. It's called Death Trick Double Blind. It's like Ace Attorney. Let's see what else we got. What else can I look up here? There's a curtain installed right in the middle of the train car. It serves as a clear line that divides the two drastically different parts of the room. The blockade could have been Trump. But they're not in New York though. They were in New York 2 weeks prior. Unless that's Trump that got driven out by, I don't know, one of his caretakers. I doubt it'd be his mom. Yeah, fair enough, Nathaniel. So the clear line divides two drastically different parts of the room. The far side is bare, minimalistic, and tidy, while the near one's explosion of color and mess. The layout paints me a pretty clear picture of the owners and how little they probably get along. You blow over now. A woodworking table with a variety of neatly organized tools. Hammers, chisels, and sandpaper hang on the side, while the surface of the workbench is completely empty and clean. I wonder where all the sawdust goes. On the high shelf is an old wooden trunk with a big lock on it. Because the rest of the inner area is so vacant, I can't help but wonder what's being protected inside of that box. Before I can figure out how to ask, someone notices me looking.
What now?
Oh, I'm just wondering what's in that box.
Your respect for the field's privacy, because when you don't have it on you.
His attitude only makes me more curious, but it seems like I can't get more out of him. I can't snoop around his nose. I could come back when he's not here. Okay, I guess that must be everything here. Yeah, okay. exhaust this yet. No, I'm sure I don't. I need to go after Chip. So when I get to fortune teller's tent, the sign outside flipped to busy. Oh, is someone inside doing a reading right now? So I was wondering if I should leave instead. I hear a shuffling inside, and Tito's voice comes through. Oh God, what was Tito's voice again? Oh no, what was his voice again? Oh fuck. Miss Jackie, is that you? Sorry, the sign's been busy. Circus folks here. Feel free to come in if you want. I look around skeptically. How does he even know it's me without opening the curtains? If he could see me before, he'd definitely see me being paranoid now. That was best to just go in. Tito sits behind the table facing the door, like last time. But then this time, there's someone seated with his back to me. He doesn't have to turn around for me to know who it is. The narrow space inside the tent, I have to duck my head to avoid being poked by his hat.
Hey, Miss Magician, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. We're just having some fun. Sorry, but there are only 2 chairs here. I'll sit on the ground. You can have my seat.
Oh, thank you. Tito, well, yeah, Italian or Spanish, something like that. But I already, there's another character that already has like a LA Latino accent though. I can't remember what the hell this voice was. Tiny Shapiro, thank you, number sign. He scoots over, half sitting, half kneeling. Now he's about the same height as Tito, who's still sitting on his chair. I feel like an awkward giant in this tent, so I move to sit down. So you two are on break? Take a look at the table. The tarot cards are not neatly organized, like when I was doing my reading earlier. They're piled messily on the table.
Yeah, you're ready for this first round we started? Then we can start a new round, you can join us.
Sure, but what round? Tito clears his throat and attempts to hide his face behind his oversized hat. Cards! Like poker? But isn't that...
Well, if you take out the big arcana, the rest of the tarot cards consist of 4 suits with numbers, and court cards is like a regular deck. In fact, they are of the same origin.
Chip reaches out one hand from below the table to pat on Tito's head, much to the latter's annoyance.
Looking at you with the professional words. You would have thought this was the guy who was refused to give in to my genius idea of using it for some fun.
It was his idea after he lost a deck of the regular cards when he took them to play with strangers at a bar.
Alright, it's my fault. But come on, use your distance well and pretty.
He turns to me and winks.
He was all worried he was going to mess with his chakra or something, but so far so good, huh?
Thinking about the reading he gave me earlier today, yeah, I wish there was something wrong with his chakra.
So, where were we again? Blackjack, right. I'm the dealer, and he has 17 now. See, that's the 3 of cups, 5 of pentacles, and a 9 of swords. Don't be tired of cards and play cards, I know. What you say, the guitar wise, I get used to it.
Ugh. That's great, Dragons. I'm happy for you, man. Holy shit.
Hello, little Caesar, we're gonna hit again or not?
Hit.
Oh, are you sure? You only have 17.
Hit.
Alright, if this isn't, I'm just saying. Anything better before it, and we go kaboom!
Are you going to give me a card or not?
Jeez, impatient, here you go.
The 3 of us watch with bated breath as Chip draws the card and hands it to me?
Alright, that's about all you can do us a favor, reading this card out loud.
1, 2, 3, 4 of cups?
Yes, that's correct. And that would bring me to...
Shit. Are you sure you're not choosing gifts? The rest of the spiritual cards coming next?
I told you, it doesn't work like that.
Fine, you win. At least we're not buying cookies today.
He throws his 2 cards on the table.
And I was so excited I did a hat on my hand.
Tito collects and shuffles the cards just as he did after my reading. But I think I can see a crooked smile on his face from Chip's exaggerated disappointment. Seems like it takes a man-child to bring out the playfulness from the real child. He puts his cards off the side and turns to me. Shots fired. Fucking Abby Shapiro. Good lord.
Sorry about that. You need me for something? Or if you want to talk to him?
Oh, we're not playing anymore?
Ahem, if you want to talk to him, I'm sure he'll cooperate. As the temporary ringmaster, he'll be happy to assist you.
Yes, of course.
I'll leave you to it then.
How do you even know about what happened between Echo and Hattie 7 years ago? You didn't know them then, correct?
Shh, I've gathered information I could against my nemesis.
Your nemesis being Echo? Hattie? Or both?
I'm thinking about little Pinocchio, of course. Hattie was just a bonus.
If you admit you see him as your enemy, how would I know your information isn't biased?
Please, this boss man is ever wrong.
You learned about it from Moses?
Yes, obviously. From what I've gathered, Moses knows a mentor, which is why little Pinocchio and work of the heroes shows he put it as a mentorship. If you don't believe me, go ask him if Pinocchio started out a magician and then just was a puppetry after how to join. Put the pieces together, it's not too hard to guess what happened, isn't it?
I guess maybe I should find Moses to verify, or I can go ask Echo himself about his side of the story. And that's with his own jealousy. This may not go very well. Is it true that Hattie took your position as ringmaster? It narrows his eyes.
Did Pinocchio tell you that? I bet he's trying to make up a story about how I treated Hattie, right? You don't need to confirm it, I just know. I mean, it's true I was ringmaster before Hattie, but it's not like I hated giving up the job.
Really?
You know, I have been doing it for a few years. Oh, the crowd's cheering and stuff like that, it's so boring. So naturally, when a replacement came along, I jumped at the chance and dumped it on someone else.
Yeah, that didn't sound fake at all.
Okay, so I had it a little bit.
Sorry if it's a stupid question, but what does a ringmaster do anyway? We've been talking about this for a while, but I don't really know much about it. Why doesn't Moses do it? I thought he was the owner.
Ringmaster just means to be running the show in front of the scenes. Like if the circus is a sheep farm, most of the farmer and I'm the dog that herds them around.
And I take it I'm the sheep in this metaphor?
See, you got it. Sure, as you know, I was the ringmaster for a bit, and it went pretty well.
I could see him waver for a bit. Eventually his size, his whole body second.
But then Hattie got here. She was good. Very good. She's pretty too, and a woman. The best female magician alive, maybe ever, the amazing Hattie. And well, the crowd knows when the joke has stopped working. Religious side dreams, religion sides awakens. So yeah, I said she should do it. What else could I have done? We really honestly got a little bad for a while. But hey, that's not fair. I'll get over eventually. And on the bright side, I'm not sure Hattie has a big shoes to fill. Some big red clutches. Okay. Sorry, just trying to lighten the mood.
Oh. Son of a bitch. I'll never escape space yet. Barkley shut up Jan Gaiden. That's fine. That game is hilarious. Absolute beauty to that. Okay. Let's see. Oh crap, I don't really have enough to go on here with this guy. I needed to be the other one. Although I could confirm this. I heard Echo and Hattie studied with the same mentor. That's right. Frank was a great magician and the fastest learner I ever met. When I met him, he was banished from his oldest circus. How does one get banished from a circus? It's complicated, but it's related to how we treated Echo and Hattie. Frankie was a couple of years older than me. He didn't get his trade until he was in his 30s. Before that, he did all sorts of jobs, carpenter, fisherman, school janitor.
He met his mentor when he was hired for a weekend shift, unloading the circus trains. That's when he first began learning magic. Well, I said learning. He was apprentice in name, but really the magician was teaching his own son and having Frankie do the boring work most of the time. He worked for the father and son for less than a year, lifting equipment and arranging stuff. His mentor taught him the basics, but he never trusted Frankie enough for the signature tricks.
But he learned them anyway?
If what he said is to be believed, he didn't look at anything he wasn't supposed to. He said he just couldn't help his brain from doing and trying to figure out how the trick worked. One day, the father and son found him practicing and kicked him out. He ended up at the circus I was working at and decided he could train himself to be a magician. From what I've seen, I believe him. The man made friends with the Spanish workers and was joking and laughing with them in their own language in a month. I'm sure if he had been born in a rich family, he'd be inventing electricity cars or curing diseases.
So what happened after he got to your circus? Was he performing the tricks he learned?
He didn't want to just copy the tricks, so he started brainstorming, coming with tons of new tricks and acts. He was a brilliant man. If he didn't know how something worked, he would spend a month puzzling it out in his head and become a master of that craft. I believe ventriloquism and puppetry were one of those things that he picked up out of nowhere. Of course, someone like him was going to be extremely successful, and he moved on to other circuses, performing as a full-time magician afterward.
I see. Because of what happened to him during his apprenticeship, he treated his own students fairly and taught them everything he could.
Precisely. I think he saw a lot of himself in Echo, and later in Hattie. They both started relatively late as outsiders. Frankie passed away, but I think he'd be proud of what both of his apprentices achieved.
Interesting. Crap. Gotta stop using the D-pad. I'm wasting my points.
As I told you, I wasn't here at the time, so I'm afraid I don't really have anything to add to the validity of anyone's stated whereabouts. That's why I hired you for, Miss Jones. You can do some independent detective work to verify things.
Subtle emphasis on independent. Okay, I get the point. Don't ask him about statements he can't corroborate. Fine. I can't do that. No, nothing there. Not much. Oh, I could have asked about Echo himself, I guess. Only matched by reverse entering trace. Yeah, that is very impressive. Now, I know that you said you can't imagine anyone in the circus could have done it. Gives a long sigh there because he knows what question is coming. But I'd still like to know more about the suspects. Now, instead of asking yourself, could this person have done it, I want you to imagine that they had done it. And now you're only looking for motive.
I'll try.
Echo. Now, this one, I don't know about you, but it's not hard for me to imagine him committing murder, just from his pleasant presence. You said he was the one who discovered Hattie's body, right?
That's right.
Is there any chance it might have been him?
No, I really don't. I know he might have an attitude, but that doesn't necessarily indicate that action will follow.
Assume he'd done it, remember?
Well, I guess. Echo and Hattie had a history.
They dated?
No, they're old acquaintances. They apprenticed under the same mentor back in the day before either of them started working the circus. They ended up choosing to perform different things, obviously. Hattie became a magician and Echo was a puppeteer, but they did study together. I knew the mentor personally. He was a wonderful performer. Everything he knew, he taught to his two apprentices. There's no way he'd seen them at odds.
So Echo and Hattie were friends, and you didn't have a reason to kill her. Is that what you're getting at?
I don't know if you could call them friends, given their differences in personality, but they were amicable all these years. So there's no reason for trouble to kick in now. That's just my perspective. I hired you to make your own conclusions. But you asked for my opinions, and there you have it.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can do here. Nope. No sense in that. Don't really need to know any more about the knife shit. Should probably look around though. Heavy wooden desk, its surface palette is so clean it's almost emitting light. And the left are binders of documents and papers, and the right some heavy tomes and a nameplate. Mere presence gives out such a sense of gravitas, I almost forgot I'm in a tent in the middle of an empty field. Small golden gramophone on top of the cabinet is playing a slow, groovy jazz record. Slow tempo piano and smooth saxophone sounds flow into the room. Even the air feels relaxed. I'm not a music expert, but to my amateur ear, it sounds great. Mahogany. Let's see. Small table on the side cramped with some personal items and mementos. There's a big bronze trophy, a globe, books, and a framed photo, although I can't tell what's in the photo from this distance. They a family photo? They have a wife and children? I'm curious, but it'd probably be rude to ask. Tasteful green leather sofa. Perfect match with the rest of the room. The cushions and pillows look like they've barely been used, but there are small creases in the leather. Does Moses sleep here? Probably not, right? No offense or anything, but sleeping on a sofa would probably be hard on someone his age. Must have a better place to go. Perhaps a hotel room. I would imagine so. I reckon. What else can I do here? No contradictions. Fortune teller's tent smells tent I ever is see, almost like the ones used for camping. Whole sign outside says busy. It seems like someone's inside. Maybe I should come back later. Okay, fine. Don't need to talk to R again. Should I maybe just look around a little bit more? Yeah, sleeping on the sofa for a while, definitely. I can agree. My back gets so angry at me. Yeah, door's closed, no one inside. I could come back later. All right. Door's closed. Okay. Green number 3 is locked. Could have been in Hattie's room. My God. I need so many fucking alibis. Sure Moses did it? Maybe. I don't know. Knock on the door. Hear a sigh in the room and some rummaging around family footsteps.
What now?
Can I come inside?
I say no, is that gonna stop you?
He's gruff, but he whacks off to let me inside. Would be a Das Right character. No.
Ask your questions.
Right. Why is there a contradiction? Stay back and find Alice. Nope. That's probably not it. Wait, why can't I just use the bobby pin on the train car? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Or if you think you're detective, think it's contradictory, well, people are wrongly accused. We're going to find a real issue.
Oh, so I can just keep doing the contradictions over and over again. Great. Fuck, I did this again. Okay, fine. Yep. Damn it. Balls. Sucking of balls. This frickin' game. Oh no. It's already going to 2 o'clock. Wow. This is one of those games where I think you have to have like 5 different save files. Son of a biscuit box. That's just freaking ass. Where can I go? It's just gonna be like a nice feel. You know, I'll just go back to the office. Approach the small tent. I hear the faint voice of the people inside. Serious discussion. The two powers are trying hard to prevent from getting heated. I hesitate, now suffer a good time to interrupt. Before I make a decision, people inside spot my shadow. Let's shut down that conversation abruptly.
Who is it?
It's me, sorry. If it's not a good time, I can... Too late. Another jovial voice cuts in. No, come in. Don't worry about me. I think that's when Moses finally recognizes my voice.
Wait.
Really, come in, please. I hate to hold your business. Whoever this is. The stranger speaks. I can only hear him get up and walk to the door, eager to see who it is. Moses hesitated for a second before speaking, unless it's just the detective.
Of course, come in, please.
He does not sound happy. I suspect that the reason Moses asked me to wait has had more to do with my situation than finishing this not so pleasant conversation. Too late to react now. Whoever the stranger is, he is definitely too important for Moses to override, and too nosy for his own good. I need to be ready to cooperate with whatever Moses' play is. I enter the room with slow, deliberate steps. A middle-aged man dressed in an expensive suit approaches the door. He's below average height, but moves with an air of importance around him. There's something about his face, perhaps a bulbous, red-tipped nose, with a practiced smile, seems oddly familiar. Takes me in, then looks back at Moses with exaggerated shock. Oh, fuck me. Who is this guy? Shit. Alright, an hour. I think I've exhausted my voice for the night. Next time, figure out what this ginger guy's accent voice thing is gonna be, okay? Alright, I'll see you next time.